Hey guys, so this is for my friend who's having trouble on hard mode 630. I'm gonna beat this boss with a couple different teams that works for me. So this could also help you if you're looking to beat it. I'm gonna be using a couple different teams, so you don't have to scour videos. So for some of these teams though, however, I had to hire an Eternal Sugar. So if you don't want to do that, then you don't have to. I think like one or two of these teams, but anyways, because I don't actually own an Eternal Sugar, but there is a team option without her. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started and I'll show you the strats. So these are the treasures that you need no matter what team you pick. And I don't know if the levels matter, but my watch is only on level 7, so hopefully it's not too much of an issue. But the Burnin' Spice Cookie boss is quite the battle, so I'd also recommend reading all of these so you learn what he does, because he does end up inflicting debuffs when he gets too low, after he takes too many attacks. There's also the swords here. It sends shockwaves and stuff, and summoned golden cheese sand soldiers get buffs, which I don't know, but this matters. I know when to use these, like, for the best of usage. Top and bonus effects don't work here, and in here we have the Forces of Abundance and Battlefield of Frenzy. Earth and water cookies can activate it faster. No, there's no water cookies in the strat, funny enough, so it's a little bit useless, but that's why we have Awakened Golden Cheese here to help out. And we have Battlefield of Frenzy. Every time an enemy is defeated, peppercorn soldiers will join the battle. All enemies except summoned creatures will become stronger. So, whenever a cookie is defeated, remaining cookies will also become stronger. So, for example, like Eternal Sugar dies, then all of a sudden the rest of my 4 cookies become stronger. So dying is not a bad thing, but it's not a good thing either. It's really weird. Just don't quit if one of your cookies dies, because it's totally possible. I have not beaten this with all of my cookies alive, so yeah. And also, like, you could use Mystic Flower over Pure Vanilla. That works for some people. It did not work for me. So we're just gonna go, and don't rely on Pure Vanilla's revive because it's probably not gonna work out. So this is the team with Eternal Sugar, Golden Cheese, Pure Vanilla Awakened, Wind Archer, who is on every single team, and Cream Ferret, who is also on every single team. I did not mean to do that. Don't use your sword at the beginning of the battle. That was really bad of me, but it's okay. I think we still got this. So, usually what happens is PV dies, but since I accidentally used the sword, he didn't die. Don't use the sword there, and don't worry if PV dies. He should die in the beginning area unless you get, like, really lucky. That shouldn't have happened, but that's okay. You know what? I think we can still do it. Don't use the sword in the beginning. Save it for the boss. Okay, so just spam and do it on 1.5 times or 1 time speed, because if you do it on 2.5 times, it won't have the same effect. It'll be slower, actually, and you'll do less damage, so that's bad. Don't focus on the health right now. Just focus on just spamming these cookies to use to their full fruition. Okay, so obviously PV healed there because I ended up using the sword there. Whoopsies, my bad. I don't think we got this. We don't got this. I used the sword too soon. No. No. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. If we had a second sword, he'd be dead. He'd be dead. Oh no. Don't do what I did, guys. That was a really bad example. That was really bad. Okay. We're trying it again. 1 second, guys. Don't worry. Okay. So don't use the sword in here, even if, like, one of your cookies is about to die. Whatever you do, don't use the sword. Ignore the damage that Pure Vanilla is taking. Just spam. Spam. Like your heart depends on it. So, okay. For some reason, I don't know why, but when I'm recording this, Pure Vanilla didn't die there. But if he dies in the first mob of monsters, don't worry about it. Just let him revive himself and keep going, because I still beat it even when he died in that beginning area. Okay, so now that you have both your swords and everyone's alive because Pure Vanilla revived himself if he died there, just start spamming and do it on 1.5 times or 1 time speed, because if you do it on 2.5 times, it just isn't going to work out for you, sorry. So just spam and don't use the swords yet. You want to use them closer to the end once he starts doing more damage, because when he starts doing more damage, your cookies are going to die faster, and that's when you want to use the swords so that you can kill him before your cookies die. If you use the swords early, you actually won't do enough damage, ironically. That's how it works. Okay, so PV is dead, and PV is probably gonna revive himself because he was the first to die. And boom! You know what? I didn't even need to use the swords, so this team might work out for you better than it did me. Use the swords at the end, though, if you really, really need them, but we ended up doing it without the swords that time. So it's also a lot of RNG, because I probably got, like, a bunch of, like, crits that round or something like that. I was just paying attention to spam. Okay, so that's team number 1. Team number 2 is the one that you see right here. Peach Blossom is really good here because he actually helps with the attacks. So if you don't want to use Eternal Sugar, here is another team option right here, and I'll show you how this one works. You can also use Burnin' Spice over Golden Cheese, but I die with Burnin' Spice over Golden Cheese, so I just end up using this instead. And I'm pretty sure this team is not foolproof either, because I still have trouble with this team. The Eternal Sugar team definitely works best for me, but obviously, if you don't want to hire an Eternal Sugar and you want to try and use what you have, then we'll just go off with this team. So just keep spamming to your heart's content. So PV doesn't die here in the beginning, or at least he shouldn't, because we have Peach Blossom who does extra healing for our team. Peach Blossom is usually the first to die in this team, and when he gets revived, he also immediately dies. So don't worry about that. Ignore the revive this time because it's not really that helpful. And this one is also going to be slower, and I probably will need to use swords because they don't do as much damage, because I don't have a third attacker, I just have a third healer technically. But although he does do a little bit of damage, so just keep spamming, and I'll let you know when to use the swords, because I know I didn't use them last round. Just one sec. Spam. You can pay attention to the health bar, but not all the time. Your eyes want to be down here where I'm spamming my mouse, but you can still check the health bar, because once he gets low, that's when you want to use the swords. So, boom, one sword down. He's at around 20 million or something. I would use the first sword there, and the second sword I'd use like right now when he's just about to die. I don't know if we got this though. Oh no. Come on, my little rat. And nope, we did not get it. It was really close though. Okay, so that's team number 2. That one does not work as well for me. And that was with both swords. But if I had gotten that little extra 1.5 damage, he would be dead. So therefore this team still works in my opinion. You just might have to use it a couple times. And the last team that also got me to the finish line was also had Eternal Sugar on it. It doesn't matter which one you hired. I had a 0-star one last time. I think I would get one with like, I don't know, with the biscuits. I guess the damage bypass one would do pretty well. I would, if for this last team, if you wanted to keep a healer, you can replace Golden Cheese, I suppose. What was it? No, wait. Yeah, you know what? I don't remember. Okay, but yeah, you could put Eternal Sugar over Golden Cheese as well. I'm pretty sure this was the team that I used. this equates for a lot of healing. But in the end, Wind Archer usually ends up being the one to finish the battle, because in all of these, he's like one of the last ones remaining, like the last survivor. And he also helps in the beginning against these enemies, because he like pushes them back, and Eternal Sugar can like put them in like cages so they can't actually like attack you or anything. So it's really good. As you can see too, we have like the little canines that spawned in and stuff. Here's the boss. Okay, spam. Ah! I love this storyline, and honestly, at least it's not like 8:30, which is practically impossible without Eternal Sugar. Yeah, Eternal Sugar is basically like the one strat for a free-to-play on 8:30 hard mode. Like, there's like no other good one, unless you hired like a 6-star. But I tried that. I hired like a really good Shadow Milk, and it didn't work. So when Eternal Sugar came out, I saw that someone uploaded a video, Sleepy Whistle, on it, and I used her team, or his team, I'm not actually sure, their team, and I ended up doing so freaking much. As you can see, I used a sword there. I did so much damage and absolutely obliterated 8:30 Shadow Milk with him, so... Okay, so this team was well. I only used one sword. I think Eternal Sugar is definitely a really good strategy for this stage if you wanted to hire her. But nonetheless, you can still beat it without her with that one team, but I even failed that, so whoopsies. But it was luck-based. I was really close to beating it, meaning that I bet you if I did it again, I could probably beat it. It was just bad luck, didn't do as much damage as I had hoped. Yeah, that's it for this video. Don't use your swords in the beginning, and bye.